bashers. Guys, in this video I will be discussing the Accenture coding questions which were asked recently only on 13th December 2021, that is today only. So guys, this is not the first Accenture coding questions video that I am making on this channel. I have a separate playlist of this particular section also, that is Accenture coding question. Previously also I have made a particular video on the questions which were asked in the Accenture hiring, and today also I am making this video. So guys, do check out the rest of the videos also on my channel that are related to the Accenture or the interview experiences of Accenture. Guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe it as well as join my Telegram groups also. I am posting regular updates on different companies which are hiring as well as the questions which are getting asked in them. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting a video, please hit the like button. Guys, if you are giving your GATE exam in 2023 and you still do not know that where to start your preparation from, so guys, here is the Unacademy subscription for you guys, where the new batches on Unacademy will be commencing from 15th of December. There will be different batches for different branches. All the branches details are in the description box. You can check out every batch of your preference. And guys, if you wish to enroll in any of the batch, then do use my coupon code that is again in the description box, wherein you will get additional 10% off on your subscription. Guys, under this Unacademy subscription of GATE, you will get a chance to speak with toppers and officers, wherein they can share your experience that how they cracked the exam in their attempts. And guys, while there are live classes going on under this subscription, you can always ask your doubts from the mentor one-to-one and in live classes only. And guys, Unacademy has built a strong platform on its app, wherein you will just have to click the photo of your of the question in which you have doubt, and you can simply select the subject that it belongs to, and within few minutes you will get the answer within the app only. And guys, you can book a dedicated one-on-one session with your mentor, wherein you can discuss your doubts, clarify your concepts, as well as you can get live mentoring sessions for exam strategies also. And guys, here are some more features that you will get under this subscription. If you are interested in this subscription, the links are in the description box. Do check them out, and also use my coupon code to get additional 10% off on Unacademy subscription. Okay, so guys, first of all we will be discussing the question, then we will be discussing how to approach that question, and in the last section of this video we will be writing the code for the same. So make sure to watch this video till the end. So first of all, let's see the question. The question is to implement the following function, that is int difference min prime int n. The function accepts an integer n. Implement the function to find the minimum prime factor of n and return the difference of n with its minimum prime factor. So let's just first see what does the question says. We are given a function, we just have to implement that function and we have to return the desired result. We do not have to write the input output, we do not have to write any main function on our own. We just have to implement this function who has n coming as input, and we have to return a certain answer. So what this question is saying, see, we have an int n. Now we all know that every number is made up of is the product of prime numbers. We all know this, that every number is the product of prime numbers. Now what this question is saying, we have a number. First of all, what we have to say, we have to find the prime factors of that number, and then we have to return the minimum prime factor, the difference of minimum prime factor with this n. So let's just suppose for an example, if we take 4 is n. Now what we have to return, we have to return the difference of this n with the minimum prime factor of this n. So what are the prime factors? What is the prime factor of 4? We can write 4 as 2 into 2. So this is a simple way of converting 4 into product of prime numbers. Now these are two prime numbers, that is 2 and 2. What is minimum of this number? That is 2. So what we have to return? 4 minus 2, that is 2 we have to return in this particular answer. So I hope this question is clear to you. Now let's just see the examples first, then the things will be more clear. So again, input is 350, that is our n value is 350. So let's just simply say our n value is 350, that is input to our function. Now this particular n can be written into product of prime numbers. What will be the product of prime numbers? It will be 2 into 5 into 5 into 7. Now we have got the prime numbers. Now what we have to return from the function? We have to return the difference of this n with the minimum of its prime number, that is minimum of prime number is 2 and n is 350. So 350 minus 2, we have to return 348. Now I hope this example makes more sense to you, and now you have understood the exact question that what it is saying. Now let's just see one more example. One more example is our input number n is 1771, and we have to again find, first of all we have to find the prime numbers of this particular n, that can be 7 into 253. So if we can further break 253 into prime numbers, that is no worry, but 7 will be the minimum prime number that we can get out of this result. So what we will return? We will return the difference of this n with the minimum of its prime number, that is 7. So 1771 minus 7 will be 1764, that will be our output. So I hope now the question is clear to you with the help of example. Now we'll first see the approach of this question, and then we will see that how to write the code if it comes in your exam. Okay, so guys, in childhood we have all studied that how we have to find all the prime factors of a given number. So the process is very simple. What we do, we just simply write the number on the left hand right hand side, and then we start finding the prime number. So it will go with 2, then it will become 175, then again it will go with 5, and now it will become, what will it become? It will be I think 35 it will be. Again it will go with 5, again it will become 7, and now in the end it goes with 7, and now it has become 1. So this was the childhood way of finding the prime factors of a given number. So now we have to convert this exact logic into code. So how we will do it? Let's just see. See, what we know that, see, all the prime factors start with 2. See, all prime factors, the minimum of all the prime factors is 2. It is 2, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 11. So minimum of all the prime numbers is 2 only. So what we do, we just define a variable. Let's just suppose we define a variable min prime. Let's just say min pr. It is equal to 2. We will assign it 2 because minimum of all the prime factors is 2. It is not necessary that 2 divides every number in the world, but minimum of all the prime numbers is 2. Now what we'll do, we have our n value. Now we have to find the prime factors using the code. What we will do, again we will follow the same logic as we have used in our childhood. What we'll do, we will write a loop while, we'll write a loop while our n value is greater than 0. Sorry, not 0. Many of you will make mistake here. It is not 0 while our n value is greater than 1, because we all know that 1 is neither prime nor it is composite. Okay, what we'll do now, while our n is greater than 1, it means this particular is the break case. When it becomes equal to 1, we do not have to divide it further. What we will do now, what we'll do inside while loop, we will first check. We have taken this variable min pr that contains the minimum prime number possible, and we all know that minimum of all the prime numbers is 2. What we will do, we will check inside the loop. We will check if our n, that is our current n, is divisible by min pr or not. If it is divisible by min pr or not, if it is divisible, then we will do certain things, and if it is not divisible, then we will do certain things. I am really sorry, due to the space I have to write in the slanting way, but let's just simply understand the approach. If our n mod min pr is divisible, n is divisible by our min pr, that is minimum prime number, then we have to do certain things, else we have to do certain things, and in the end we have to close the while loop. And after that, we will simply do what we will do after the while loop is closed. We will simply return from the function what we have to return. We will have to return our n, that was our original n, that will make a copy of it, n, let's just say n, that was our original n, minus our min pr. I am really sorry for writing it slanting, but due to the space issues I have to write it like this only. So what we'll do, we will return n minus min pr. So let's just suppose inside it we are at now we are inside a while loop. Now we'll check. We have our n value as 350. Okay, so and min pr value is 2. Now is 350 divisible by 2? The answer is straight away yes, that we have found our min pr. So what we'll do, we will simply break. I know this example won't be clear to you, but please be with me for the next example also. Next example will be more clearer to you. Now we will simply, if our n mod min pr is double equivalent to 0, then we'll simply do break. Otherwise, in the else condition, what we will do, we will do our min pr plus plus. Now I know that this example will not be clear to you. Now now our n is 350. We have inside the while loop, our if condition matches. First if condition only matches, and we break it outside the while loop. Now our min PR value is 2 and our n value is 350. So what we'll return? We will simply return 350 minus 2, that is 348, and this is our correct answer. But I know that from many of you do not understood the example only, so do not understood this code. So what I will do now, let's just change our n value. Okay, so let's just change our n value. So it will not be 350. Now it will be next thing, that is 1771. That was our next example. Again, what we are doing, we are starting our min PR with 2 only, because we all know that the minimum value for any prime number will be 2 only. Now we will follow the same logic and the things will be more clear to you. Now let's just see, our min PR is 2. Okay, our min PR is 2, n value is 1771. Now while our n is greater than 1, we will be inside this loop. If our n mod min PR is double equal to 0, we will perform certain things, and else we will do min PR plus plus. Now let's just see, our n value is 1771, min PR is 2. Now if our n mod min PR is n divisible by min PR, 1771 is divisible by 2 or not? No. This if condition will not run. We will do to else condition. What does else condition say? Else condition says that we have to do min PR plus plus. Min PR plus plus. So what we'll do? It initially it was 2. Now we have min PR plus plus. It is 3. Now we'll check if our n is divisible by min PR or not. Is 1771 divisible by 3? It is not. 8 plus 8 is 16. No, it is not divisible by. Then also else condition will run. Again we will do min PR plus plus. So now it has become 4. Now see, is our n divisible by min PR? That is 1771 divisible by 4? Answer is still no. It will be no for 2 reasons. First of all, 1771 is not divisible by 4. That is why it is this is not divisible by. Next condition is that, see, since it was not divisible by 2, since our n was not divisible by 2, it cannot be divisible by 4. So if you were thinking, let's just come to an end, then I will explain this thing. This thing is also very important for you to understand. Now at this moment, just understand that if it is not divisible by 2, then min PR can never be, then n can never be divisible by 4. Now again we will have to run the else condition. In else condition, what we were doing min PR plus plus. Now it comes to 5. Is 1771 divisible by 5? No, it was not. No, it is not. Then again we will do min PR plus plus. It will go to 6. Now again, is this particular thing valid? N mod min PR is valid? No, it is not divisible by. So again we will do min PR plus plus, and we will come to 7. We are come to 7. Now again we will check this if condition, because it is all going inside a while loop. So what we are doing, we will again check, is 1771 divisible by 7? Yes, it is divisible. So what we'll do, we'll simply break outside the loop. And our min PR now contains 7, and our n value contains 1771. So what will return? Let me just remove all these things. Now what will simply return? We'll simply return n minus min PR. That will be equivalent to 1771 minus 7, that is equivalent to 1764. So this we will return. I hope now the entire thing is clear to you. But one thing you will be confused, that let's suppose we will break, when we are breaking through this loop. First of all, in first example, when we are breaking, our min PR value contained 2, that was prime. Now again in this example, when we are breaking outside the loop, our min PR contains 7, that is also prime. But what if a condition comes when we are breaking from this loop and our min PR does not contain a prime number? So let's just suppose at 4 we are breaking. Let's suppose at 4 we are breaking. So guys, just keep this logic in mind, that through this logic, you will never break from the loop when our min PR value contains non-prime numbers. Because let's just suppose first non-prime number is 4. So if our min PR is 4, then it means that this n will never be divisible by this 4, because if it was divisible by 4 earlier, then it must have been divisible by 2 also. So whenever it was divisible by 2, then already it has taken into account the divisibility. It has already taken into account. Then after 2 only 4 has come. So till the number is divisible by 2, it will keep on dividing by 2 only. It will never go to 4. So it will not happen that when you are breaking outside this loop, this min PR value will contain a non-prime number. This same thing is valid with 6 also. Let's just suppose a variable is a number is divisible by 6, so it will never happen that when we are breaking it will min PR will contain 6, because this 256 is divisible by 2 also and it is divisible by 3 also. So in before 6 only, this particular number has been divided by 2 and 3, so it will never go to 6. So when it will go to 6, it will no longer be divisible by 6 because it has been divided by 2 and 3 separately in previous rounds in this loop. So I hope this thing is clear to you, that whenever we will break outside this loop, every time this min PR value will contain a prime number only, and in the end what we'll do, we'll simply do n minus min PR. We will return it. Now guys, I hope the approach is clear to you. I have made myself very clear that what are things, but we have done, we have just converted this logic into our code. Now let's just see how we have to write the actual code for this particular thing. I hope the question and approach are clear to you till now, and if you are finding this video informative, kindly hit the like and subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so guys, in the in exam you will just have to implement this function only. You do not have to write any main thing or anything. You just input will come and you have to return the desired output from this function. So what we have done, we have our n as input. Now what we have to do, we have to return the difference between the n and its minimum prime number. So first of all, we have to find the minimum prime number. So for that we have, if you remember in the approach, we have used min PR as our variable, and we have initialized with 2 because 2 is the minimum prime number for any, from all the prime numbers. 2 is the minimum prime number. We all know that 2 is the first prime number. So now what we'll do, we will write a loop while our n is greater than 1. Why 1? Because 1 is neither prime nor composite. Okay, now inside this while loop we have to write two conditions, that if our n mod min PR is double equivalent to 0. Okay, if our n mod min PR is double equivalent to 0, then we have to do certain things, and else we have to do certain things. So if it was divisible, then what we do, we have to simply break the loop, because we have found our minimum prime number. We have found our minimum prime number for this n. Else, if it is not divisible, that it means that still we have not found the prime number, minimum prime number that is divisible by this n. So in else condition, what we'll do, we will do min PR plus plus, and after the loop ends, what we'll do, we have to simply return difference of this n with minimum prime number, that is n minus min PR, and we will run it. So let's just see the input. Let's just see 350 as input, and output should come out to be, I think 348 it should give us as output. Okay, so you can see 348 is coming as output. Now let's just try for certain next input 1771, that is in this particular case 1764 should be as output. And guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel till now, please subscribe it, because this valuable content I keep on posting on my channel. So guys, you can see the answer is coming out to be correct. So this code will pass all the test cases if it comes in your exam. So guys, thank you for watching this video and kindly subscribe this channel.